Good morning and welcome everyone. My name is Jérémy Grosfoca and I am the AIR Customer Center Manager for GE Healthcare in Europe. We had a great pleasure this morning to virtually welcome you in our AIR Customer Center in Buc, near to Paris, for this first ECR 2021 live scanning session. You can see here, we are in live from the magnet room of our customer center. You can see here just behind me this Signa 3T Architect. This is the system we are going to use for this session and for all of the sessions of the Congress. As you probably know, we are organizing this kind of live event every morning during the Congress. So from today until Sunday. And every morning at 10 a.m., we will cover a different subject for a different anatomy. So we will speak about MSK twice, about neuro, about spine, about body, and about cardiac. So I'm sure you will find something that have an interest for you. So feel free to register all the session and to join us for those amazing scanning sessions. Maybe just before to start, let me present you the people that will be with me during this live scanning session. First of all, here in Buc with me, we have Rachid Majoub. He is our neuro and MSK clinical leader for Europe. He will be our clinical support for this presentation. As well, in the chat, we have Gilles Aucoin, who is our MR product marketing manager for Europe, and he will be our moderator for this session. So if you have any question, or comment or remark, please feel free to use the chat box of the Teams meeting, and then we will be able to answer all of your questions. I think it's the time now to start our first live scanning session. Today's subject is MSK, and it's from HyperSpeed protocol to ultra high resolution protocol for MSK using AIR Recon DL. So as you probably understand, we will speak about and a lot about AIR Recon deep learning. Just a few words about the technique. AIR Recon deep learning, this is our deep learning based reconstruction algorithm. Using it, we will be capable to remove the noise and as well remove the Gibbs artifact and then generate images with more signal noise ratio and sharper images. So I'm sure today in the attendance, some of you will tell me, okay, I want to use this technique to improve my productivity, to go faster. And some of you will tell me, I want to use this technique to improve my spatial resolution in my daily routine. My goal this morning will be to gather all of you around the technique to really demonstrate you the different possibilities you will have using this technique. To do so, my proposition for this morning will be to scan, I would say, one of the most common examination that you are performing maybe 10 times a day, a knee examination. When it comes to MSK, this is really something popular. So using this 18-channel knee coil, which is transmit-receive, we will scan a knee examination this morning. As we are talking here about coil, I just want to stop here and to remind you that, please, on Saturday, we will scan as well MSK, but this time we are going to use this RMP coil, MP for multi-purpose. So we will perform as well MSK, and yeah, join us to see what is the added value in your daily routine using this kind of ultra flexible coil. I think here, no more time to waste in the room. I think everyone is waiting for the scanning part. So what I need here is to create my landmark to start my examination. Doing that on my system, I have what we call the IntelliTouch. IntelliTouch, this is the sensitive strip band that you can find on the side of the table. You have the same in both sides. And just with one finger, by pressing on this band, I will create my landmark. Then I just have to send my patient within the bar. So it's really user-friendly. It will really smoother your workflow, and it's really reproducible. You will have more time to dedicate it to your patient. So let me create the landmark, send the patient. and I see you in a minute at the operator console to start the scanning.
Hi everyone, let me just take this few seconds of opportunity to remind you that tomorrow the same kind of live scanning session will have different topics. So it will be about neuro and spine protocols and using what we call HyperSpeed protocols to improve productivity and image quality. On Friday, we will address the body imaging challenges using the Signa Works Air IQ edition. On Saturday, it will be about MSK using the very new version of the AIR coils, what we call the multi-purpose coils. And on Sunday, the last session will be dedicated to cardiac imaging using AIR at 3T.
Thanks a lot, Gilles, for reminding us the exciting program of ECR. We are now at our user interface at the operator console. So the first thing maybe I need and I want to highlight here is this interface that you will be faced for every examination, which is the SAR limit interface. From here, by default, you will be at the first level of SAR, so the level of SAR that you will mainly scan your examination. But you have here the capability to select the low SAR mode. So low SAR mode will be dedicated for patients who will have an implant. So from here, you will be able to fill all the numbers that the manufacturer could provide you to scan safely your patient. Doing that, the software, the system will automatically adapt your scanning parameters without any manual intervention to scan safely and I would say fastly as well. So here, our volunteer doesn't have any implant, so let's select the first level of SAR and start our examination. Great. Maybe here, just a quick overview of the sequence that we'll have to scan today, just before starting. So we said our goal today is to scan HyperSpeed and ultra high resolution protocol using AIR Recon DL. So you can see here, we will start with an HyperSpeed protocol. You can see that you have this really common knee protocol with three plane PDFAT and 1 T1. And here the acquisition time, the full protocol will be around 4 minutes, 4 minutes 30. Then we will move to ultra high resolution protocol, again using an AIR Recon DL. We will go deeper in the parameter just right after, but here you will have a ultra high resolution protocol with more routine acquisition time because we will be around 12 to 13 minutes. Let's run our localizer and start our examination. Just something while we are acquiring this localizer, I want to highlight it's the right bottom corner here. You can see that we have an automatic selection of the coils that we are going to use. Here, the knee coil 18 channel. And this is the AirTouch interface. So AirTouch is a feature that is an automatic selection of the coils element by the system. It means that I just have to prescribe my sequence and the system will automatically select the coils element that it needs and will switch off the one that it doesn't need. Let's position our first acquisition. Okay, so it's a sagittal PDFAT. We'll do it quite quickly. Okay, just have a look of the parameters. So here we are using sagittal PDFAT with the pixel size that you can find here. It's 0.4 by 0.4 in plane resolution for 3 millimeters slice thickness. So you can see this is quite the parameters for, I would say, quite advanced routine. It's a pretty nice in plane resolution. And with these parameters, I have only a 1 minute sequence, 1 minute acquisition. Why? Because I am using AIR Recon DL. You can see here AIR Recon DL in the user interface. Just to come back on AIR Recon DL, it's a deep learning based reconstruction algorithm which is working on the raw data at a k-space level. And it will recognize and specifically remove the noise and the ringing artifact. You can see here that on the interface, there is a user selectable level of the strength of the algorithm. So you keep the control, on your image quality because you have the high, medium, and low level of AIR Recon DL. Let's validate and start the scanning. Let's position now the actual acquisition. You can see that it's already almost pre-positioned. Yeah. So here we have more than 1 minute. It's 58 seconds, and still the same in plane resolution and the same slice thickness. So for your information, we are going to use the same resolution, the same slice thickness for all of the HyperSpeed sequences, and then we will do the same for ultra high resolution with a different resolution. So if we just have a deeper look of the parameters, how it's possible, by using this AIR Recon DL technique to have a less than 1 minute, because we said that we are removing noise. So we are optimizing the parameters like the number of excitation. We are using only one, and we are using as well more acceleration here at 2. This is optimization that will generate noise in the images, but as I'm using AIR Recon DL, I will be able to remove this noise and to get a really good image quality in a really short scan time.
If I can say something more, Jeremy, it's also important to notice that the matrix acquisition is 360 by 360. This is an acquisition matrix. This is very important because when you have information in the images is because you have a very good matrix. And here, as you can see, the matrix acquisition is a 360 by 360. This is the acquisition matrix. And then we reconstruct as a much higher spatial resolution, 124 by 124. And you will see the difference between the high spatial resolution or ultra high spatial resolution and HyperSpeed protocol. But already in the HyperSpeed protocol, we are also very good in terms of spatial resolution.
Thank you, Rashid. Yes, it's important, yes, to have this precision that this is our acquired matrix, and here we are using the ZIP 124, which will give us the possibility, as you said, to reconstruct the images with a matrix of 124 by 124. Same last acquisition for the for the HyperSpeed protocol, the T1, again less than a minute, and the same parameters. Just maybe because we are on the resolution, on the parameters, so maybe just to see what will happen with the ultra high resolution. So you can see first just here that my examination is already positioned and I will not have to touch anything else because I am using the smart link between the sequence, and then the system will just run using the same positioning. Here for the ultra high resolution, we will have 3 minute 30 acquisition with a 0.2 by 0.2 in plane resolution. It means that we multiply by 4 the in plane resolution with a 640 by 640 in plane acquired matrix, and again using AIR Recon DL. So let's see what will happen with those images. I think now what we all want is to have a look of the images. So let's maybe look at the 2 first acquisition.
On the upper right corner, you can have a quick look on the auto view during the acquisition.
Absolutely, Gilles. you can see that I am able to follow what's happening to my images, to my patient. I can really go through the images. I can window as well. It's really good to follow the examination in live. So first images that we already have. So we already have two, almost three. Sagittal PD FATSAT, actual PD FATSAT. Again, a minute or less for both. First thing which is important here to highlight, I think, is the quantity of signal that we have. We are scanning really fast acquisition, and we feel and we really see that we have plenty of signal. Again, AIR Recon DL is removing noise from the case space, from the raw data, to give us this possibility.
So in these two cases, we have 1 minute acquisition for 1024 reconstruction matrix.
Absolutely. This is the other important aspect to have in mind here, is that we have signal fast, but we have as well a lot of nice details in our images. I mean, we don't have to be afraid here to zoom. We really have nice information, nice homogeneous information about the cartilage here. As well, here we have a nice visualization in the cartilage right here, and we have a good visualization of the meniscus. So we really feel that we are facing really a high level of protocol, something that could maybe take 3 minutes, 3 minutes 30 or 4 minutes in a daily routine today. And it's a really fast protocol. But maybe I think here a really good thing to really taste this AIR Recon DL experience is to compare if we apply by applying AIR Recon DL or no. Because what we said at the beginning, we are working on the case space. It means that we are capable to generate, to reconstruct the raw data with or without AIR Recon DL. So let's make the experience. On the left side, we have the images using AIR Recon DL, the same raw data set without using AIR Recon DL. So we can clearly see the quantity of signal that we are saving doing that. And if we zoom as well, we see that we have clearly sharper images with more details. Maybe I can let you taste for a second this image on your screen. And let's maybe do the same for the actual acquisition. Let's make the same window level, which is the most important. And another experience that I propose you, it's to fuse the images at this point. You can see, I will maybe just have a quick zoom on the images to really let you taste that. Here I have the raw data without AIR Recon DL, and I will moving and display you AIR Recon DL to see how we are removing the noise and how we are giving you this this image quality. And you can see that we are not losing any details. We can clearly see the details in the cartilage. Sorry for that. And yes, and I think here as well we can see some small lines from the gift artifact that we are clearly removing using AIR Recon DL. So here it's crazy to say that, but we already finished the HyperSpeed protocol since more than 2 minutes. So maybe let's have full overview of the protocol that you will probably do on your site at home, and let you taste the image quality that you have for only 4 minutes.
It's important to notice that the matrix is real square matrix, so 360 by 360. You know that when we have to reduce the scan time of one condition, we can reduce the size of the matrix in the phase direction to have a rectangular pixel. To have a rectangular pixel saves times, but it's a compromise in terms of quality and the spatial resolution. The idea of using AIR Recon DL is also to keep as high as possible, or to reduce the compromise to be as sharp or as high spatial resolution as possible.
Thank you, Rashid. And I here on purpose, I zoom on the images to show you, yes, the quality you have for yes. We have only one plan that is above 1 minute. So we can see here, and we can really say that AIR Recon DL, it's a win-win technique. I mean, I think this is probably one of the first techniques that give you the possibility to disrupt this well-known trade-off in MR between SNR, between in-plane resolution, and between acquisition time. Here, we were able to use high in-plane resolution in a short scan time with a great quantity of SNR. So this is really the message here. I think we have here one of the ultra high resolution plane that is scanned. So let's not wait here and let's have a look at it. Just trying to window it for you. So here, by displaying it like that, I think we have all first the same feeling that we are using a really high matrix, 640 by 640, with 3 millimeter slice thickness in 3 minutes 30, and we still have a lot of signal. So AIR Recon DL is really helping a lot this way. But if in your daily routine, if you want to scan this 0.2 by 0.2 matrix, what you will want to do probably will be to have a closer look of your images. I'll really look at some small structure. So let's scan on maybe here on the cartilage and maybe come really closer. And yeah, let's have a stop on the quantity of details and the sharper images that we generated here with this 0.2 by 0.2 matrix. It's here the details on the cartilage are really impressive. So in case of really specific indication, when you want to have a closer look of the cartilage, this sequence will probably become your gold standard. And as well here for the actual, we have a great visualization here of the ligament here. Maybe we can have zoom here. And yeah, here we really have a lot of nice details. But to really taste that, I think we can compare this acquisition with the fast one we acquired to really see how AIR Recon DL is working. First of all, here, both looks really great. And let's make the same exercise to compare the details on both. Okay, I think images are really talking by itself at this moment. So yes, I think here what is important to notice is that for routine examination, for a standard protocol, this will be really great on the left. But here using AIR Recon DL, you are capable for specific indication to reach in a really reasonable amount of time ultra high level of in-plane resolution. And I think another really interesting structure that will be important to have a look here will be here. We can see the nerves in the posterior part of our knee. And let's just compare how capable we are to give you the possibility to have a look of those structure. It's, yeah. And yes, here, AIR Recon DL is really this tool that will bring you everything possible. I mean, it's a really an ease of use technique, and which will bring, independently of what you are choosing, to be fast or to be ultra high resolution, consistency, clinical consistency in your images.
In this is a very interesting example of comparison between two acquisitions. One that is HyperSpeed with 360 or 0.4 by 0.4 spatial resolution in the plane without any interpolation, and the comparison with 0.2 by 0.2 spatial resolution in the plane without interpolation as well. The reconstruction matrix is the same from both. As you can see, we can show you more details by using a higher spatial resolution. That means interpolation cannot give you the information of your pathology or lesion or anatomy. The acquisition matrix is very important. That's why what we wanted to show you is by using a 0.2 by 0.2 matrix, you can see anatomies that maybe today or with a lower spatial resolution, you are not looking at in details today. And with a very high spatial resolution, what we call the ultra high spatial resolution, you can see details, anatomical details you cannot see with a standard, if I can say a 0.4 is a 0.4 is a standard spatial resolution.
Thanks a lot for those information. Yeah, maybe Gilles, you have a remark.
Just a quick, probably a quick comment on the image quality that we see from outside of the your console, from a remote. So we clearly see the advantage of AIR Recon DL and the improved matrix. Probably the image quality is much better on your screen than we have on remotely on the Teams screen. But this is just a quick remark on that.
Yeah, it's another impact of the COVID. I mean, we have to show images through Teams. So yes, there is probably quite a compression. I try to really stay focused sometimes on some images to be sure that you can taste the image quality. Yeah. Again, here the same kind of example on the coronal. If we are looking from far, both are really good signal, with good homogeneity and good sharpness, and using this 0.640 in here less than 3 minutes, which is amazing. This quantity of details on the meniscus and on the cartilage here are achievable now in less than 3 minutes. That's really important to point that. And here, another important comment is that scan fast is as well sometimes really needed when the patient cannot handle the position or something. And using AIR Recon DL, it's really a technique that will reduce the variability in your image quality. I mean, MR is a really sensitive technique, a technique which is sensitive to your optimization, to the parameters. At any time you make a modification, you are losing signal, you are losing resolution. Using AIR Recon DL, you will have this guarantee that you will have a really consistent and a really good clinical images independently of the modification. You see here, we are accelerating, we are using 1x, we have a consistent and a really great image. Here we are pushing the matrix really far, which will cost signal, that's for sure. And here again we have this this good visualization. Maybe we can do again the same experience with and without without AIR Recon DL on the right. Because another thing that I want to highlight is, okay, if we look at this right image without AIR Recon DL, that's sure, this is too noisy. This is an image that you won't accept for your diagnostic. But we can feel as well that this is still a coherent image. There is not too much noise because we are pushing the matrix without putting more necks, but you feel that if you are using more necks and reducing this acceleration, you will generate as well a great image. So AIR Recon DL is not creating anything. It is just working on the raw data and just removing the noise and the Gibbs artifact. So this is really something important to taste as well, that we have a good image quality as well without AIR Recon DL.
Yeah, maybe one remark on that.
Yes.
We may say, or we may think that it's a filtering effect. In fact, it's the opposite. With AIR Recon DL, we benefit from the whole raw data set without any filtering, even on the data set. So we benefit from the original signal, and we reconstruct the best out of the noise.
Absolutely. We still have 9 minutes, and I think maybe we can dedicate time as well at the end, maybe to answer some of your question or to highlight some of your remark. Maybe we'll have time to let's do this one. It's a coronal PD, and it's a tough exercise. Here we said, okay, now we want to push the matrix higher again. So we will have an acquired matrix. Again, this is the matrix we are acquiring with 896 square in plane. Still reconstruct in 124. Let's position it. And still, again, I did not mention, because now we are used to that, but it's only 3 minutes. Imagine that you can scan this kind of matrix for only 3 minutes. That's perfect. Let's run this one. And yeah, we have our ultra high resolution protocol is done. So just think of that. We are scanning since 25 minutes, maybe a bit less, and we scan a ultra fast protocol and a ultra high resolution protocol. It's like we did 2 patients since we started the scanning. Let's review the full protocol to have this full visualization of the protocol from here. That's why the T1 and the sagittal, the 2 sagittal that we didn't have a look at the moment, are really great. Here, the kind of details we can get on the T1, the bone details that we have. I will make you this comparison just right after with the one in less than 1 minute. And you can see here we probably have a small thing here in the posterior meniscus here, and we have really a lot of details. We can really take this. We can really zoom closer like that. It's probably something that we never did before with MR images to scan this way on the images. Yeah.
Let me just add, for those who connected a little bit late, that this is a live scanning session. So a volunteer is put in the system currently, and these images were just acquired now.
Absolutely, this is fully live, and this will be every morning at 10 a.m. Until Sunday. So for 12 minutes, we have this kind of great image quality. And for 4 minutes, we have this kind of image quality. So here, I think we passed the exercise to propose you a solution independently of if you want to scan faster or if you want to scan with higher matrix. Using AIR Recon DL could probably change the way you are working with your sequences and maybe your expectations. For sure, this technique is not only available on MSK. If you connect in this week, you will see AIR Recon DL in neuro, you will see AIR Recon DL in cardiac, in spine, in abdomen. We will use AIR Recon DL every day. So if you enjoyed this technique, this will be you will find something every day during every scanning session. Do you have some question in the chat, Gilles?
Not so far.
Okay.
Just one. Are these phase and frequency encoding equally spaced in k-space or a pseudo-random sample? Can this be applied to any type of acquisition?
I can take the question, Gilles. In reality, when we have a matrix, in reality, we have always this is a fast spin echo. This is maybe not said at the beginning, but this is a regular fast spin echo. That is a regular acquisition we do with MSK. We can use as well propeller, but in this case, we use FSC. And of course, the phase and the matrix frequency, they have the same size. And this is what we can produce in terms of pixel size. This is a square pixel size, not a rectangular one. Otherwise, of course, if we use the HyperSpeed protocol and we use a rectangular field, rectangular pixel, we will be even faster than this around 1 minute acquisition. And something might be that you can be around to be still good in terms of spatial resolution. You can be around 40 seconds, for example, per plane. And for the moment, where we can apply is we are able to apply AIR Recon DL on several acquisition, mainly 2D acquisition. This is only 2D acquisition, but we can do for FSC and we can do for gradient echo. For neuro, you will be able to see as well this AIR Recon DL reconstruction for several anatomies, but for neuro you can do it, and we have also other acceleration techniques, and for the as well for MSK spine, we use a lot this technique to save time and to improve a lot the spatial resolution in the images.
Thanks a lot, Rashid, for your really complete answer. I think this is the great image to close our first scanning session. A reminder: we acquired 896 by 896, sorry, in plane resolution with 3 minutes acquisition. And just have a look of the details we have in the bone, and the details we have as well in the cartilage. We can really zoom like that, and we can really see the different layers, the different components within the cartilage, and again in less than 3 minutes. So this is how far we are able to push the technique.
Maybe one another remark about AIR Recon DL, it's not only improving image quality in the sense of enhancing the signal to noise, but it also reduces the Gibbs artifacts.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And yes, this Gibbs artifact, it's an artifact that we are pretty used to deal with when we are performing MR. But having this artifact will generate blurring in your image. removing it will give you more sharpness in your images. So yeah, there is different way that AIR Recon DL is improving our image quality. It's 10:40. If we don't have more question or more remark, I think we can close. I would say really great thank you to you to attend this session, to give us a bit of your time. I will really wish you a pleasant congress, and I really hope to see you again every morning at 10 a.m. This will be our rendezvous. Have a nice day all.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.